Oh, hey, yeah. Welcome back. Good to see you guys again. You're in the right spot. It's the brush up as always. Hey, guys, do me a favor. Wherever you're catching your podcast, look it up, the brush up, like and subscribe, jump on it on YouTube. And guess what? Here's what's going on this week on the brush up. Every week to see what kind of nonsense I'm going to find out this week. I'm going to open some door or cabinet. The algorithm's just going to jump out and bite me in my ass. I know what's going on.
I mean, he made the next movie he made was Batman Forever and then Batman and Robin.
He wanted to kill himself.
Yeah.
He wanted to kill himself.
Every time I got up to go to the bathroom like 3 times, I don't know, just being old. And every time I got up, he would turn my water button on. So
I love this guy. I love this guy already. Was he also a fireman? Was he?
Now, out of all the dumb things we did as kids, like in high school age, to entertain ourselves because we didn't have the internet, what do you think would be coming back right now with Gen Z high school kids?
Coming back? Okay, I want to make sure I'm understanding the parameters of my guess here. I'm a very thorough guesser. Okay. They love Kate McKinnon so much over at Mattel. They're doing a He-Man Kate McKinnon mashup for the toys.
You know, fishing him out of your dad's closet or underneath his bed, running into the woods with it under your shirt, and shoving it in a trash bag with a bunch of other moldy Playboys.
This got real descriptive, bro. This got real.
It's just like,
sidebar for 1 second here.
Please.
Can we steal that and use it to pitch the show? It's the brush up, a conditional opportunity. Oh, Louis, bring him in for God's sake, Louis! My God,
Louis dropping the ball there. Louis was as surprised as you about that intro. I love that intro.
He's telling me he thought that I was gonna have some kind of special intro for you this week, like we were gonna let you walk down the aisle or something. I don't know what he's getting.
There's not enough room.
Just have him up. Just have him up, please. What a goof!
I love that intro. You sounded almost startled to meet the audience. I loved it.
Yeah. I just came out from backstage and I was like, oh my God, there's people everywhere in here. Wow, welcome back. Well, it's only been like 3 or 4 episodes. There's quite a few people in this room.
I know. How are things, man? How are things going?
Good, man. Not too bad. You know, grinding along, just getting ready every week to see what kind of nonsense I'm going to find out this week. I'm going to open some door or cabinet. The algorithm's just going to jump out and bite me in my ass. I know what's going on.
I mean, that feels like every time you open an app, it's like we're seeing spoilers to our dystopian future. It's like, nope, man, just save that. I'd rather find out when it happens.
Yeah, man. I used to know it's like swimming in the ocean to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't do that. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't do the algorithm. Now I'm surfing it. Now I'm surfing it every week because of you.
It's rough. Listen, man. I went to go see the Mortal Kombat movie this weekend.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't even. Can I tell you honestly? I didn't even know they had made an original, like another Mortal Kombat movie 5 years ago. That's
what I was going to ask you. Okay.
I had no idea. And I went in and I was like, wait, is this a sequel to the 90s Mortal Kombat movie? Are these actors like what's going on like the whole time?
I thought they had made a couple, like they made a regular one and then they did like a Sub-Zero one and a Scorpion one or something, but I don't know. What do you know?
I wish that it was I wish that there was. I had a good time. I went to go see it in 4DX, which is, I don't know if the audience doesn't know what 4DX is. Regal Cinemas has this like roller coaster movie format where you just get knocked around. You see people like, it's like the rides at the amusement park, but it's a screen and it's got a thing that the chairs lift up. You get sprayed in the face with water. It's the stupidest way to see a movie, but it's also
you can't have no snacks.
You can't have your snacks. You're going. Just like,
oh, that's crazy.
That's
man.
a fucking SNL sketch. Is just somebody going to the movie theaters with 2 buckets of popcorn at 4DX, getting sprayed in the face with water.
Yeah, right.
And every time I went with my buddy who had never been before, so like he didn't even know what it was, and I was like, "So we're gonna go see it." He was like, "What is this, like laser projection?" I was like, "No, man, it's 4DX. You'll see." And then we get there, and he's like, "Why is there a water button on my chair?"
That's hilarious. You can turn it off if you don't want to get sprayed.
You can turn it off, but every time I got up to go to the bathroom like 3 times, I don't know, just being old. And every time I got up, he would turn my water button on. So I'd be like,
I love this guy. I love this guy already. Was he also a fireman? Was he?
no, no. He's a fucking comedian, man.
That's great. Yeah, same. Okay.
But I had the feeling that it was like, this feels like maybe the last vestige of like Gen X nostalgia. They're just squeezing blood from a stone.
Oh.
It'll be like the last time, like this summer, even. Like I even consider like the Marvel Avengers movie Secret Wars, which is basically Secret Wars, is like that came out when we were kids. That comic came out when we were kids, and they're just like wrenching it out, you know.
And it was weird. You know, like I remember reading it because I loved it, because I loved the toys and stuff, and I was big into those characters. And I remember reading it and like being too young to even understand the concept of it. You know, like they're in this different timeline and world. And I don't know, whatever. Who's Spider-Man fighting?
Yeah, and it was like Spider-Man got that dope ass black suit, which is still the best. But I think it's the best Spider-Man suit. The black one with the white coming around.
Yeah, it's cool.
That was the coolest freaking thing ever.
OG. I mean, I like the Spider-Man and his amazing friends, you know, with Iceman and Firestar, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they brought that show back, and my daughter watches it like crazy. She literally walked out of our apartment today to go to daycare, and she has a little hand-me-down Spider-Man hoodie that's dope looking, and it's got the little web wings on the side.
Yeah.
She wears it nonstop. She's obsessed. She's obsessed with
I'm
Spider-Man.
telling you, man, like I had in the early like 2000s, well, not early 2000, like 2008 or so, I bought the complete collection some guy was selling on eBay, burned them onto DVD of that whole cartoon series.
Yeah.
And my nephew, who was born at the time, Jake, he's now balling out football, lacrosse and stuff. He's a senior in high school. He had them all the time, every time he come over. I take these home. He loved them, man.
Oh man, that's great. That's great. You know,
man.
It's American mythology, man. Those superheroes. I don't.
That 4DX, do they also do like smells and things? Like, do they put like the smells like a sweaty fight? You know,
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think so. The first time I saw it was Top Gun Maverick, and I fucking laughed the entire movie. I probably irritated everybody there because it was like, this is insane.
Yeah, like, man, I don't know.
Really knocks you around. There are times where you're just like,
yeah, you can't even get trying to get a drink and you're just doing the old
like a Chevy Chase sketch, you know?
Yeah, it is. It's funny as hell, man. Well, listen, speaking of movies, He-Man movies coming out.
We got to go see it.
A couple weeks away.
We got to go see it. You know that.
I'm gonna go see it. I ain't paying.
We got to do our brush up review of the He-Man movie. Maybe a live stream.
Brother, we're going to do a He-Man thing. Okay, so the movie's coming out. Okay, now you know, like everybody, if you don't know about He-Man or whatever, it's a toy line. This is a toy line from Mattel that they created a long time ago. You know, so they're pushing the toys. The toys are already out. The toys have hit the store. People are going crazy for them, trying to get them, collect them, things like that. I'm holding off on any of that. I'm like, I want to see this movie first. Anyway, you know who Mattel also loves, though? Mattel loves Kate McKinnon. All right, they love Kate McKinnon. They do. She's in the Barbie movie. Yeah, she's in the Barbie, right? And they made her own Barbie. You remember that? Here's a picture of it, Louis. There you go, Louis. She had her own Barbie, right? Like they love Kate McKinnon. They love Kate McKinnon so much over at Mattel. They're doing a He-Man Kate McKinnon mashup for the toys. Dunbar, it's not a joke. Now here we go. I got a picture of this thing here.
Please.
These are two of the new He-Man figures right here. Okay, it is Tila and Kate McKinnon He-Man. What? That's the He-Man figure right there, buddy.
You love a lookalike. You love.
I mean, is it not? Look, that's He-Man. That lady right there is He-Man.
Yeah, that's
I'm like, what is
androgynous?
This?
What is that,
bro? It's wild. That's wild. Now that's the Barbie version line of the figures or whatever. But what are we doing?
Is that the
see what I'm saying with this movie,
He-Man?
bro?
Is that the heated rivalry version of He-Man? He's gonna get all sexy on Man at Arms.
I don't know what that is, bro.
That is so
It's
odd.
Kate McKinnon's Barbie. I think they had a bunch left over that didn't sell. They took it
Mhm.
out of the box, dressed it up a little different, put different arms on it. I don't know. But if you're just listening on the podcast, just go ahead and Google the new Barbie He-Man figures, and you'll see a picture of this He-Man, and you're gonna
Show it
go,
to me again,
"What the hell,
please.
Louis? Pull that up again, man. Yeah, pull it up again. There we go.
Holy heck. What
What
is the
is that,
hair?
bro?
What is the
Even the
hair?
face, the hair is ridiculous, and the face is doing like this, you know, like model thing. It's like Zoolander-ish. I
If
don't
there's
know.
if there's any fictional character on the planet that is not androgynous, it is He-Man. It's
I
a
mean,
double masculine. It's He-Man.
it's really making you wonder. Now, look, I don't care. I'm interested to see the storyline, and I'm not one of these goofballs that's like, banging on people for how they want to dress. Like, I'm not,
Sure,
man. I'm
sure.
not one of these guys at all. I don't care. Live your
It's just
life, man.
funny.
You want to cut your grass and we drink a beer. I don't care who you want to pray to or what you want to wear. I don't care.
Yeah.
Uh, but like this thing it's a little weird, and all the storylines that are coming out from like the interviews for the movie press about how we're stripping He-Man of his toxic masculinity, and I'm like,
Is
it
it
just
are they
seems very
saying that
message
shit?
heavy. Oh god, yeah.
Oh,
They're
weird. I
I've been reading stuff. Now, I don't know if it's propaganda. Could be right-wing nutty made it up, but
yeah.
it seems to be like from interviews, like from the actress that's playing Tila has been mentioning it a bunch, and then the actor playing He-Man at one point said he was really trying to tap into He-Man's feminine side, and I'm going, what are we talking about? It's
Well,
a
listen,
He-Man
I'm
movie.
gonna
Why are we
say
getting that
I'm
deep?
I'm gonna go on a rant here. Out of all the toys that I had growing up as a kid, pardon my language, He-Man was the gayest one. And if you look at with the haircut and the outfit and the double masculine and all that stuff, it was pretty ridiculous. But it's also He-Man. So who's going to see this movie? Is it
When
going to
you
be
watch,
kids? No, it's going to be old dudes
it can be
like us.
adults. It's gonna be adults. It's gonna be adults like us. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not gonna get any further into it because we're gonna talk about it after we see the movie, but I'll just leave it with this. He-Man was the one cartoon when we were kids, so that's back in the day,
Yeah.
that was so far ahead of its time with um multi-ethnic characters.
Yeah.
Everybody was represented in the show. Multiple women in positions of power in the show.
Yes.
Some of the most powerful people in the show were women. Like, it was way ahead of its time with being outside the box of any kind of
And She-Ra, She-Ra
men and
was
women's
huge.
roles and masculinity and blah blah blah. Way ahead of its time. So why
I
are
had
we
I had She-Ra
trying to dial
action
it back?
figures. I had She-Ra. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I have
No,
She-Ra
it's good.
action figures. Like
It was all part of the story.
it was all part of the story. I get it. I just think it's like, what are they taught?
I
I'm
don't
not
get it.
offended at all. I'm just confused by it. It's like,
That's the thing. I'm confused by it. And if you say you're confused by it, you're going to get labeled, but I don't care. Then label me because you're not
but
listening to me. I'm saying I'm confused by it. I'm like, why are we trying to turn this into a thing? Because some younger person that took over this project that really isn't familiar with it looked at a picture of this and went, oh, another muscle bound man. And they wanted to label it what it wasn't, because it wasn't that.
I don't know if it's that. I mean, who knows what they're being coached at in the interview process
Yeah.
to like do the
Right.
junkets. It's like, but it's also like the right-wing nerd. I really hate the right-wing nerd ecosystem.
Oh,
Like, it
God.
is so
Yeah.
lame and pathetic to me. Like the nerdrotics of the world. Like, don't look him up. Don't give him the views. Like, he's an absolute the worst dude
No,
ever.
it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time.
But I hate like the whole like, oh, there's a woman in the lead of this movie and now it sucks. It's like, that's not what we're saying.
That's the dumbest thing ever. Right.
It just seems super misguided for this
We're not
property.
saying that. Correct. It
Yeah.
seems to us like you're inserting something here that was never here so that you can be the hero and correct the thing that was wrong with this, but it was never there in the first place. So I don't understand it. Oh my God, it's very Trumpy. It's Trumpy. They're starting a war and then they're going to fix it. It's Trumpy. The He-Man movie is Trumpy. That's what they're doing. They're going to create a problem and pat themselves on the back for fixing it.
And it's also just it feels like misguided to say that stuff. I don't know because I haven't seen the interview bites. It's like, are they cherry picking and taking things out of context? But there's this whole ecosystem that is so ready to pounce on stuff like that. And then it just gives them ammo to be aggrieved about He-Man, which is arguably the dumbest conversation to have nationally.
Really dumb.
Yeah.
It's really dumb. We'll have it after we see the movie. Let's dial back on it right now because I could do a whole episode on this thing.
I'm optimistic, though. I think it looks cool.
Look, I'm going to go in blank slate. I ain't trying to act like I'm optimistic. I'm not. They've never done this right. They've screwed it up every single time. So we'll see. I don't know.
I think what I've seen in the trailer looks pretty faithful to the old cartoon, and I'm kind of in for it. We'll see.
Now, Louis, put that up one more time. Does that look faithful to the old cartoon there, bud?
No, but that's a Barbie doll.
All right. Moving on. Let's get off E-Man.
Okay, well, listen, now that we're like in full-on nostalgia mode, I just wanted to tell you about this thing that cropped up in my newsfeed, and I was like, this can't be real. This can't be happening. Now, out of all the dumb things we did as kids, like in high school age, to entertain ourselves because we didn't have the internet, what do you think would be coming back right now with Gen Z high school kids?
Okay, so you're saying Gen Z high school kids are doing things that we did in high school that we did because we didn't have the internet. Like something like that's coming back. Okay, I want to make sure I'm understanding the parameters of my guess here. I'm a very thorough guesser. Okay. Oh man, it's got to be. It's got to be some kind of. I'm going to say squirt guns, some kind of thing, some kind of activity.
Nerf guns. We used to put bleach in those fucking things and spray each other with them to fuck up each other's clothes. That was fucked up.
Yeah, and your eyes and your,
I mean,
some of the kids in the neighborhood could smile and get some free work done, I guess. I'm going to guess something like that, like squirt guns or something. I don't know. It's
hacky sacks.
What?
Hacky sacks are coming back. And here's where I'll go. So there's been a huge resurgence of it online. And then recently there were stories from the Boston Globe and the New York Times. I mean, this is happening like right now of a resurgence of hacky sacks. There's an Instagram account that does a fake leaderboard of like a hacky sack league. And it got restarted at a Northwest prep school, and lacrosse team started doing it, and it took off on TikTok. So listen to these numbers. This is crazy. TikTok is reporting a 330% increase in hacky sack related hashtags in a single week this last week. And then now there's multiple outlets citing a 600% spike in interest in it in May of 2026 alone. And one retailer, seller of hacky sacks, reported a 2,000% increase on site traffic for hacky sacks.
Wow, dude, it's coming back for real.
And you know what? I like a month ago or a month and a half ago, I did see some kids in the park doing it, and I was like, Jesus, that's fucking wild. Because
did they find that in a bush or something?
But like, what were your hacky sack rules growing up? Like, what?
Oh man,
did you do the thing where like if you drop the ball, then they throw it at you?
You get beaned. You get beaned. So then the thing was, if you were cool as shit, if you got beaned and you off the bean, you got it back into play, you were the man. Like if it hit your body and then you kicked it up into the air and everybody started playing off that bean kick, that was a sweet move. That somebody owed you 40.
We would do it everywhere. We would do it. So I guess we should describe what it is to the audience for those people who don't know what hacky sack is, right?
I think our listeners will know, but do it.
I mean, it's a little braided. Some of them are not braided, but those are the bad ones.
It looks like a macrame or whatever they call it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, when a white guy has dreadlocks, it looks like the hat that he would wear, and then it's just filled with little beads. It's filled with like little beans,
like plastic beans or coffee beans or
And you kick it around like it's like I imagine it was maybe like a soccer practicing tool to practice footwork or something. But the whole goal is to not let it hit the ground.
You can only use your feet, and you treat it like a balloon at a kid's birthday party. Don't let it hit the ground.
For sure.
It up in the air. Keep it up in the air.
And so you just keep it up in the air as much as possible. And then if it hits the ground, the way we would play it is you would have to stand there, you cover your crotch so you wouldn't get hit. And
you
then
got sprayed with bleach.
you get,
Then you got sprayed with bleach.
dude, I grew up in the South. It was violent. You would get punched in the face. No, you would get, they would throw the hacky sack at you really hard.
Yeah.
That was like,
I can't believe that's coming. It kind of makes a little bit of sense, though, if you think about it, as to why that's coming back for Gen Z. Because there's another fact that is very true, that like our generation was drinkers, right? And then like toward the tail end of us getting to college and stuff, then weed started becoming real popular.
Yep.
Gen Z they're all weed. They don't drink. They all of them just smoke or do gummies and hacky sack is a weed game.
You're going to start listening to Fish and the Grateful Dead, and they're going to start wearing Bajas and having puka necklaces.
That's man.
It's going to happen. That all came back. Dazed and Confused came out like in high school for me. So it was that was everywhere. And we went to go see that movie, got high and went to go see that movie a ton of times. It was like a whole thing. But this is my question. It's like, so I started thinking about like what other things from our childhood should come back. So I wanted to see how you felt about these things and like which one of these things you think should come back, Mike. Here we go. Okay, ready?
Okay, here we go.
Hypercolor.
What's
remember Hypercolor? You don't remember Hypercolor? It was these
t-shirts.
What is that? You don't remember? It was these t-shirts and you would touch them and then they'd change colors.
Oh,
and it lasted like a year and then the company went bankrupt because it was so successful, but you'd wear them to the dance and then it'd just be your armpit would be a different color than the rest of your shirt.
Girls would have handprints all over their ass. And then, I mean,
but that was the appeal. It was like the ads were very sex positive, like, you know, oh, you're going to touch me. And then people will see where my hands
I remember cross colors. I don't remember hypercolor.
Hypercolors, man. What about this? What about this should come back? Waterbeds.
Oh, waterbeds. Oh, buddy.
Come on.
If you had a waterbed, you were the coolest fucking dude in the neighborhood.
I know. Yeah. Bring them back. Bad sex and a bad back, you know?
Oh, terrible. They were terrible to sleep in, but everybody thought it was so cool.
Yeah. And then you would have like, you know, if you were mad at your sister, you just fucking pop her waterbed.
Oh man, every waterbed had about 8 patches on it, and you had to have some kind of access to a window because you had to run a hose in the house to fill it up. You had to run a hose through the house.
And they were cold. They were cold.
Always. Yeah. Unless you have money, you had the heated one.
What about this one?
Oh, Trapper Keeper, dude.
Come on.
No need for it.
Oh, I would totally rock a Trapper Keeper today.
Yeah, but like, what are you putting in there? Your cell phone? It kind of defeats the purpose. It's for to keep your papers and your folders in order. That's all on your phone now. You put your phone in your Trapper Keeper. Just get a phone case that looks like a Trapper Keeper.
But remember, if like class was in elementary school, when class was starting, it was just a cascade of like, like across the room because everybody was opening their thing. Okay, what about this one? America Online.
Oh man, I thought that was Bret Hart.
It is Bret Hart.
Wrestling? Is it Bret Hart? America Online. Oh man.
Chat rooms. Come on. Flirty chat.
Chat rooms. God, I remember that though.
God, yeah. Let's just do the chat. I mean, we have that now, but you know, just the dial-up aesthetic, you know, or that. Yeah. Okay, I got 2 more here. Really? Ready?
Yeah, do it. Let's do
it. Flea market, martial arts weapons.
Oh yeah, some Ninja Turtle shit, and then people go, boy, you want to have some fun, go down a rabbit hole on YouTube of people with these things in their backyard trying to learn how to use them and shit. Just idiots.
But like, how many kids after watching the Ninja Turtles movie came back with nunchucks and then just like a black eye because they walked themselves in the head? Yeah,
missing tooth and shit.
Throwing stars. We had kids coming to school with throwing stars growing up.
Yeah,
crazy stuff.
You hit somebody in the neck with that thing, you idiot. They'll die.
Yeah. Flea market weapons. Okay, this is the last one. Here, maybe we should bring this back. A porn stash in the woods.
Well, for us, it was porn stash in abandoned houses, but same thing. Same thing. You go into an abandoned house in the basement somewhere, you know, you find a box of some old nudie mags. Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, nudie mags, there was a little more class to it than some porn. I'll give it that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, some of them were really bad, but like, you know, fishing them out of your dad's closet or underneath his bed, running into the woods with it under your shirt, and shoving it in a trash bag with a bunch of other moldy Playboys.
This got real descriptive, bro. This got real. You're reliving a memory right now?
Not me. Listen, I grew up on the other side of the trailer park, so it was like we were on the other side of the woods of the trailer, but the woods weren't that big, and we all went to the same schools. So like nobody, my town was too small. It was like there was no segregation. It was like everybody went to the same school. So like in that woods, there were multiple stashes of Playboys from different, and you just like stumble across it because we go back there and play all the time. You just get ticks.
Oh man,
they just be like rained on. You don't want to touch it because you don't know what's going on with it.
Yeah, you lived right next to the 100 Cranker Woods, bro. Winnie the Pooh shit, man.
Hey, come on, man. But here's my question. Like for the audience, it's like, what trends do you think from your childhood should come back? Like, what with kids tapping out and not like wanting to be online all the time, like what, from your childhood maybe should come back,
I say real video game all-nighters, man. Like not everybody's in their own house in their own bedroom online. Like y'all get together in one room and everybody's watching the other people's turn play, and you're all just playing the game in that room for the whole night.
And you're like parasocially like controlling the controller even though you're not holding it.
Yeah, everybody's cheering and shit. No, left, kick, block, man. Damn, you suck, man. Give me the controller.
That world. What was
so much more fun?
God, I did that with Kid Icarus once for a weekend. Like starting on Friday night, we played, and that was a hard ass game. And we played that until I think Sunday dinner time. They were like, "You have to go. You kids have to go home.
You have to go home."
It stinks.
You still didn't beat it.
No. Oh, so much Mountain Dew and soda. Suicides. Did you do suicides where you just mix multiple sodas into the same cup?
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess. But we would all just go get a Faygo 3-liter. Everybody's picked their own 3-liter of Faygo. And then
wow. No, we did. We had Sundrop was the local soda, and there was a lot of grape sodas in the South. So there's a lot of like fruit flavored sodas. So
I love a grape soda, bro.
Sundrop, New Grape, Coke, Mountain Dew. You just
New
pour it
Grape
all into
sound
one
like
glass.
It would be my jam.
Oh, New Grape is great. Crush.
Yeah.
Or Sunkist, and you just
mix it all up and you just drink it.
Oh yeah.
You guys were playing Jungle Juice.
Like a 12-year-old 8-ball.
12-year-old 8-ball. Well, listen, man, I'm going to let me jump into something right around that same time. All the stuff we're talking about. Now, the Batman movies. Okay, like the good ones, like the 1989, I think was the first one. Michael Keaton played Batman. Jack Nicholson was the Joker. You remember the movie? Now you remember when that came out? That was the first superhero movie that was like all the other ones before that. Superman, everything they ever did was very kiddie like I'm good and that man is bad. Yeah, you know what I mean. And this, like that one was the first one. They took a big shot and tried to make it like a comic book, like for real, like real situations, people dying and shit, and it was a huge hit. It sparked everything that they all are today.
Dude, I stole change out of my dad's change drawer and rode my bike across town with down like a 6-lane highway, like, highway that ran through the town to get to the movie theater to watch that movie on like a Saturday matinee. My family did not know where I was. I think they called the police.
You know what I mean? Like that was that big a hit, dude. It was a huge, big deal. And now every superhero movie is that now. Like they never went back after that. Yeah. So here's the thing I found out in my algorithm window opening this week. So when the second one came out, Batman Returns, you remember that was the one with Danny DeVito. He was the Penguin.
Yeah. Right? I love that movie.
Selena Kyle, Catwoman's in it. Michelle Pfeiffer was the Catwoman. Oh, great. It was a little bit darker than the first one, but like really good.
Christopher Walken.
I didn't remember this at the time, but there was a huge backlash against that movie. Like they were trying to get that thing shut down because they were saying Batman's is for kids. This is marketed for kids, and this movie is it's very violent and dark and blah, blah, blah. But here was the problem. When they made the first movie, they only made like 3 toys. They made like a Batman figure, a Joker figure, a sidekick Bob figure, and the Batmobile. That was it. So they didn't know what was going to happen though with that movie. So they didn't know what to expect, and they left a bunch of money on the table not having those toys. So before the second one came out, they got this big pre-push for the toys. Well, who was involved with that at the time? McDonald's. This is why all the Batman movies after Batman Returns sucked. The Batman Forever with the Joker,
You're talking about the 90s movies, the ones that
the
Joel
like
Schumacher ones. Yeah.
Batman Returns came out in 92. So the ones that came after that, like Batman Forever, I think it was, right? Where you had Jim Carrey was going to be the Riddler, Tommy Lee Jones is Two-Face, Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is Mr. Freeze. You're like, this is going to be awesome. And remember how much it sucked?
Yep.
It sucked. I found out why. McDonald's. And here's what happened. McDonald's pushed the toys for the Batman Returns, right? And all the kids and everybody were coming there. They turned every Batman McDonald's into like the Bat Cave. You went there, you got the toys and the Happy Meals and all this stuff. And then the movie came out. And when the movie came out, everybody took their kids to go see the movie. And if you remember, the first scene of that movie is like 3 minutes long. The movie starts with that baby being born. It's deformed. It's like leaking green stuff from its mouth. And the parents take it down to the frozen river and throw it in the river to kill it. That's the first 2 minutes of that movie. You took your kids with their Happy Meal to go see. I don't remember there being such a backlash. I found these old videos of like old talk shows that were like trying to bash it. Louis, play that clip of that talk show.
Summer's big movie is Batman Returns, and it is already creating controversy. Some parents contend that Batman Returns, which is rated PG-13, is actually being marketed for younger children, and the movie is just too violent.
There we go.
It was very violent. It was a total attack against kids.
That kid got coached. That kid was
bro. Let's talk about that for a minute. I cut that one short right there when we were putting that together. He goes on and on to say things that children don't say. He's a 10-year-old movie critic. He goes on to say he saw the movie twice and it was worse for him than Terminator 2. Stop.
Why is he watching Terminator 2?
Terminator 2 is way more violent. Like the guy does the spike right through the guy's head into the fridge and stuff. Come on, man.
Terminator
he was so coached up.
Terminator 2 is the first movie that I remember people talking about a kill count. It was like there was a kill count there. I grew up in the Satanic Panic, like in my hometown. We had a novelty bookstore. It was like kind of a novelty store that was open for a while. And it was the only place that sold comic books except for the comic book like rack at the grocery store. And it had D&D books in the back, and a church shut it down.
Yeah.
I remember that.
The devil and shit. Yeah.
Okay. And it's like this movie, it is dark. It is. If you go back and rewatch it, it's like, oh, okay. But it's great. It is great. You know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's great. It's a great movie. So this kid totally coached up, garbage.
Yeah.
I saw all these other videos of how they were trying to ban this. Here's what the voices got so loud. First of all, it's PG-13. You took your 8-year-old, that's on you. Anyway, it got so bad that McDonald's pulled the marketing midstream, pulled the toys, pulled the marketing, changed, got rid of the cups, all the whole thing, because they were getting heat from the satanic religious groups you were talking about. They got heat. The heat got so bad, Warner Brothers backed off the movie. Warner Brothers stopped promoting it. Warner Brothers backed off their own movie and were like, just let it play out at the theaters. Let's not talk about it anymore. It still broke records. It was that good a movie.
What was the release date? Was it a summer release?
Yeah. It was a summertime release, right? Summertime release, which if you're like our age, you understand that was a big deal back then. All the money in the world was counting on that thing, and they backed off their own movie. Which was the biggest release of the summer that year, was that movie. And they were like, we're off it, which is crazy to think about. So
Yeah.
that's
Talk about cancel
so here-
culture.
so here's where it gets crazy. Here's why I bring up this story. That's fun and interesting what I just told you. Here's why the rest of them sucked. At that point, Warner Brothers decided we got to get Burton out. Burton's got to go because
Mhm.
McDonald's says Burton's got to go. McDonald's and the toy companies were like, Burton's got to go. You can't make these movies like this anymore. We can't sell toys and Happy Meals like this. So they get rid of Burton. They bring in another guy, and McDonald's gets a deal with Warner Brothers on the new Batman movies where it's written into their contract to do these Happy Meal toys that they start to have creative control over the scripts. They get final say on the costumes of all the characters. So that's why that Batman
Wow.
Forever had 5 different bad guys all in one movie. The new Batman suit with the nipples. You remember the Batman suit had the nipples on it and stuff. They got final say on all of that script. They got to manipulate the script. They got to choose the colors, the backdrops, at what it was all going to look like. And they went all on like, this color grabs kids' attention. This color, like make a neon sign in the background. Like they totally just made that movie to sell Happy Meal toys.
I feel like that was a Joel Schumacher movie. The first one had George Clooney in it. The second one was Val Kilmer.
No, Val Kilmer was the first one. Val Kilmer was the one with Jim Carrey.
That's right.
Val Kilmer was first. Clooney then did Batman and Robin, which was the worst of all of them. They ramped that stuff up even more. McDonald's basically was the script.
But they put nipples on the suit.
They put nipples on the suit. They wanted ice skating Batmans where ice skates would come out of the feet. That was a toy idea. They made the scene in the movie. You had to do the ice skating.
Yeah.
It was like, what? The Batman brand got trashed to sell Happy Meal toys, bro.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm
Do
doing a little research. Guess what other movies Joel Schumacher has made in the late 80s? Like anything. Lost Boys.
I don't know.
He made Lost movies, and he went from Lost Boys and he did Falling Down, which is a very weird, like, white guy with a vengeance.
What's his name is in it?
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
And then the next movie he made was Batman Forever, and then Batman and Robin.
He wanted to kill himself.
Yeah.
He wanted to kill himself. I guarantee he didn't know. And he got in there and he was like, no, we're not doing that. And the guy from McDonald's was like, yes, we are.
The interesting thing is that like that original, the way people thought about Batman prior to the Tim Burton movie, for the most part, even though they were doing some interesting thing in the comics, was the 1960s Adam West TV show, which I watch with my daughter because it's ridiculous. And there is something fun about it, but it's not the way people think about Batman today at all. And you are right. Like, people have to give a lot of credit in terms of the zeitgeist and how people view Batman with what Tim Burton did with that movie. But if you go back in time, if you go back and watch it, it's got a lot of kitschy shit in it. It's got Dutch angles. There's goofy stuff. Jack Nicholson is kind of over the top in it. And there's a lot of kitsch in it. But it's dark. And
it's great. The only thing about it is if you go back and watch it now, just because how we're conditioned, it's a little slow.
Yeah.
Which movies were like that back then, though. They were telling you a story and you didn't have 10-second things on your phone and stuff. When you went to the movies, you were fine with that. You sat there and you got a cool story for 2 hours. So it was made in a different time, but it's still good.
I think Batman Returns is also great and very
Batman
underrated.
Returns is great.
Very underrated. I think Danny DeVito as the Penguin is like my penultimate Penguin. Although I did like the Penguin series, but the Nolan Batman movies are so good, and like they did do that big reset, and like even
had to go dark again.
Even the Batman, I'm excited for the new one. I liked it. I liked it. I thought it was really great. So they figured it out. But like, to wrap this up, Mike, who is your ultimate Batman? Like, who is like the actor who played the Batman the best? And this is maybe a trick question from my point of view.
Listen, I'm going to say Keaton. I'm going to say Keaton hands down. And I say Keaton over what's his name from the new ones. Oh man, I'm terrible with remembering actors' names sometimes.
Yeah.
In the Christopher Nolan movies, Christian Bale.
Oh, Christian Bale.
Yeah, I think Keaton was better than Bale just because Bale's great, but I just want to laugh every time he does that voice. I just want to laugh out loud. That Batman voice is terrible.
Sorry, I had to.
Yeah. And it makes it seem real corny at sometimes when he's like, "You will give me the answer," and I'm going, if I was the bad guy, I'd be like, "Hey, why are you doing that voice?"
I do think that The Dark Knight is maybe one of the greatest comic book movies ever made. It is an incredible
movie. It's one of the best movies ever made. You can take it outside the comic book world, and it's a great film.
If it weren't for Into the Spider-Verse, which I think is also awesome. Maybe the best comic book movie ever made, maybe one of my top 5 favorite movies.
It's great.
The Dark Knight would be the best comic book movie ever made. But this is my answer to that. Who's the best Batman ever? And it's Kevin Conroy. It's the voice of Batman from Batman the Animated Series. I think
you can't pick that. He ain't the Bat. He's just the voice.
No, man. The Batman the Animated Series is the best.
It's a great show, but he's not
portrayal of Batman
playing Batman. He's just voicing Batman.
Oh, he's playing Batman. Come on. Don't besmirch Kevin Conroy.
Man, you try to put yourself in the cool corner with that one, man. Come on, man. You try to be the niche guy on that one, man.
I would say that the Michael Keaton, like, the debate has always been like Michael Keaton's the best Bruce Wayne and Christian Bale is the best Batman. And I think, listen, Batman and Robin was the worst film of all of them by far. But I'll say this, Clooney might have been the best Bruce Wayne. When he's playing Bruce Wayne, like George Clooney plays characters, that's freaking Bruce Wayne to a T, I think. You know? I can see that. I just think that, like, no one's ever been able to nail both of them because they're two different characters.
Which speaks to how well that character was created. You shouldn't be able to tie the two together. You shouldn't be able to figure out who Batman is by knowing Bruce Wayne. As you shouldn't be able to get an actor that could play both, right? I mean, it says something about the character. You're supposed to be that different.
Have we talked about on the podcast my theory about how Batman is on the autism spectrum?
No,
like Batman's. I was watching the old Adam West Batman, and that show is like core Batman. It's like all the things from the comic books that you remember that are foundational to the character. Like he has he's very particular. He has a code. He follows that code all the time. He's got a device for every situation. All of those devices, they're all named Bat. He's got a special belt he made. He's got a car. He has a grown man who helps take care of him.
It's tracking. Grown man that helps take care of him. It's tracking.
But
his
you know
best
what I mean?
Friend is a 12-year-old kid
that he's got no issues with. No issues with, doesn't cross the line with at all. You know what I mean? It's like
it's tracking.
He's got a deep obsession over a hobby, which is crime fighting. And it takes over his life. Yeah. He has an alter ego that he's created to deal with social situations.
They just called that type A when we were kids. That was just called type A, but now I guess it's just on the spectrum, I guess.
Yeah. I thought type A was like being like alpha, but maybe.
No. Type A is like when you're very meticulous, like when you're putting the yogurt in the fridge, it's got to be boysenberry comes before, blueberry goes before boysenberry, cherry comes after blueberry because it starts with a C. Like that's type A. Your shit is just like,
now
it's got to go a certain way or you lose your mind.
Listen, I say this in good humor. I would love for Batman to be an icon for the people who have autism out there. I have, there's autism spectrum in my family.
You'd be a great spokesperson.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, let's change directions. We're very Gen X coded today. Maybe we're taking
it just happened because of the movie.
Just happened because of the movie, but I'm starting a new segment to talk about current events, and we've alluded to it before, but it's called the Biff Timeline.
What are you looking at, butthead?
The Biff Timeline. I love it. I love it. Let's do it.
Because we're in the Biff Timeline. You know, and a lot happening in the Biff timeline this week. You have Trump falling asleep at the cabinet meeting. If people saw that, I mean, he just straight up falls asleep sitting there in the chair, which seems to be happening all the time. We have the reflecting pool has been turned blue. And online people are calling it the 10,000 flushes reflecting pool.
Hilarious.
You know, he's in China talking about the children, which, you know, for a guy who may not be able to be within 100 yards of the school, maybe he shouldn't talk about how beautiful the Chinese children are. But
that's what he's saying. You say he's talking about the children. I didn't know what he was saying.
He like walks by these kids that are all cheering, and then he like goes like the children. I can't do it, but he's like, you got beautiful children here. I love the children, beautiful children.
Beautiful children, line them up. Will there be some on the inside for me? My only question.
But have you heard of the Trump phone?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you know about that he sold this phone called T1. It's a gold phone. That has like a T and an American flag on the background. It's like an Android phone. But they announced, and so they, among many of the get rich quick schemes that Trump is doing, this is like he announced this in June of 16th in 2025. They did $100 pre-order deposits. The phone was advertised as $500. It's like supposed to be gold finished, and it's supposed to be all made in the USA. This was all the announcement that they were going to make. Well, cut to a year later, and the phone still has not shipped. And they're now changed language on their website to say that the deposit was a conditional opportunity, not a deposit. And the Trump Mobile can decide in its sole discretion that it's not going to provide the phone.
Oh.
Now
sole discretion.
Now here's where it gets goofy. It's like there's the regulatory approval was fast tracked by the FCC.
Sure.
They basically had 590,000 pre-orders from customers at 100. So they made $58 million total on this phone. And now when the news broke that the phone hadn't been released yet and they weren't tracking it, and then people went online and were like, what the heck? Now it says the deposit isn't even a deposit. It's just a conditional opportunity. Like, what does that even mean? And
conditional opportunity.
Yeah. And then it's like they have the CEO came out yesterday and said that they began shipping the phones, but there's no confirmation that anyone has received this phone.
Oh, no, they're not getting them.
No, they're not getting them. They're not getting them. It's just like
sidebar for 1 second here.
Please.
Can we steal that and use it to pitch the show? It's the brush up, a conditional opportunity. I love it.
Get on our Patreon. There's going to be no extra videos, but it is a conditional opportunity that our discretion.
What? And these people, they know they're not getting those phones. Listen, this is one of my favorite stand-up bits. And I'm still trying to hone in on exactly how it works. But my thing is that, like, he's the worst rich guy in the group. Like, the rest of them all have like real schemes and plans on how to get mega rich, you know, like Bitcoin shit and like insider trading. And then he keeps raising his hand and going, I know what we do. I'm going to get a bunch of Bibles and I sign them. And then we're going to sell those Bibles. And everybody's going, shut the fuck up, bro. Yeah. I'm going to a golden tennis shoes will make a killing. And they're going, we just made 10 billion on this Bitcoin thing. What is he talking about?
Yes.
Like, he's the worst rich guy ever. It's always get rich quick schemes with him. And he's like one of the richest people on earth finally now from stealing all this money. But he still keeps going back to what he knows. Get rich quick grifting.
Oh my God, it's so crazy. I mean, you know, he puts his name on freaking everything. But the thing that's nuts about the phone situation is like how many people bought the phone and how many like bots from the Saudi government bought the phone.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
It's like because he creates all these opportunities for investment,
Mhm.
We don't know if it's so obscured. We don't know if it's his fans, if it's his supporters. I mean, he's grifting his supporters, but we don't
Oh,
know if it's his
God.
fans or anybody who's under the phone. He has partnerships with more than 10 different countries, like individual partnerships with over 10 different countries that include like hotels, luxury resorts. He increased his Mar-a-Lago fee. He made 500 million on crypto since he's been in the White House.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
mentioned his
yeah.
gold sneaker scheme. So here's
We
some
all know what's
numbers.
going on with the insider trading on the war. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's some numbers here. Uh Past presidents in terms of how much money they made in the White House. This is just past presidents. Jimmy Carter lost $1.2 million when he was in the White House. Clinton earned less than $1 million and had a bunch of legal debt. Obama made the most, and most of it was from his book deal, and he made $1.3 million. Trump has increased his wealth since he's been in the White House just on his second term alone by $1 billion.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
heard it
more
was
now.
creeping up toward 5 and 6 now.
Yeah.
If you count his kids, what they're doing with the Bitcoin, because that's not in his name.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, come on, let's get serious. So it got me thinking, like, what do we have in store for our future? Like, what's coming up now, like that we're going to be dealing with in terms of Trump's future schemes? So I don't know, Mike, if you
Yeah.
have any thoughts about what it is, but I think like we definitely are going to see Trump Botox injections advertised.
Oh, that's coming.
Too.
That's coming.
That's coming.
I would love to see the reality show where the kids are trying to keep him away from the money because he keeps being like, I have access to the money. I want to sell people steaks. And they're going, Dad, we're not doing the steaks.
Yeah, leave it alone. We had this Bitcoin thing. It's going great.
Yeah,
It's a reality show. It's a White House reality show, but it's
a White House reality show.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, they just try to keep the money away from him because he's got these harebrained schemes he's going to do for like little bits of money. And they're like, stop.
Yeah. But my version is like, he's just asleep all the time. And they're just like making him sign documents.
Yeah.
Holding his eyes open.
Trump Botox is coming. That's a good one. There's got to be a car at some point, right?
Yeah, the Trump car.
There's got to be a car at some point.
I think they'll start doing survival foods like Trump survival slurry in a bucket.
Like that Patriot company. Yeah.
Like it'll just be Trump supplements, Trump survival. It'll be a ladle.
Yep.
It'll be gold.
I'm telling you, we've got the Strait of Hormuz is open. Let me just start with that. Hormuz is open, but we can't control China. They're coming for us. You're going to need a bunker. And let me sell you this 12-pound pack of oatmeal packets. $5,000, 12 pounds of oatmeal.
Gold-plated oatmeal. It's got gold in it. Gold flakes in it. Like
golden foil oatmeal. Who else would eat oatmeal out of golden foil?
And then my other thing is I thought maybe he would just do like Trump cryogenic tubes.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Cut your head off, live forever.
Yeah. And you get to be in the same vat with him. You know what I mean? Like, and when I die, I promise you, I'm going in there with you. You'll be able to absorb me into you and me. And you'll be like, what? And
in the future, when our robot overlords figure out a way to revive us.
Oh man, there's an idea for like an HBO show. All these people have been brought back to life who were in the vat with Trump.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. I'd love to see that.
I put it to our audience. What other scams do you think Donald Trump is going to come up with before he leaves the White House or dies, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah. What's the next get rich quick? You know what I mean? I'll tell you one thing about, I know one thing for sure about everybody who bought, like if you bought the gold shoes and you bought the gold phone and you bought the Trump steaks and you bought the Trump water and you bought the Bible, and I know one thing for sure. Here's some things that you do not own: gold shoes, a gold phone, a Bible, some Trump water, steaks. You don't have any of it. You don't have any of it, man.
Maybe you have the water.
You wake up?
I don't know. It's like it's just it's a cult of personality, man. It's like in 20 years, there's going to be some guy who has a Trump museum full of all the Trump bullshit, all the Trump junk, you know. I don't know, man. He is the greatest salesman in history. He sold himself into the White House. Gas is $6 here.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, man. I don't know. Anyway, he'll come up with something. He'll come up with something crazy next.
It's the Biff timeline.
What are you looking at, butthead?
Yeah, we're absolutely living in the Biff timeline for sure. Jesus criminy, man. All right, listen, I got one other thing. We got a few minutes. We still got a few minutes. Yeah,
we got a few minutes.
We got a few minutes. All right. Here's another thing that I didn't know about. Listen, if you live in the Dallas area or you're a big Mavericks fan or anything like that, you probably heard about this story. I never heard about it, Dunbar, and I wonder if you had. Did you know that Dirk Nowitzki was like weeks away from marrying a con artist like back in 2009?
No.
Bro, it's the wildest story. I just saw this the other day and went down the rabbit hole. I was like, what now? So apparently this woman, I think we got a picture here somewhere. There we go, right there. So this woman right here, she called his house. Now she is she has a rap sheet. Nobody knew. So she calls Dirk Nowitzki's house one time, and her name's Crystal Taylor, but she's got a bunch of aliases. She calls his house. This is 2009. She calls his phone and plays the old game of like, oh, I was trying to call my brother. I must have dialed the wrong number. Who's this? And she just starts talking to him on the phone. They just start talking on the phone. And he's like, oh, she's charming. She's a con person. She's charming. And he just starts talking to her. They're laughing a little bit. They end up talking for like an hour. And then so he tells her, oh, we'll keep this number, and let's stay in touch. And then they start just emailing and phone calls. He carries on a relationship with her for like 2 or 3 years. That's only phone calls and email. That's it. Like basic catfish stuff.
He's a busy guy.
He's a busy dude. It kind of fits. So then he ends up meeting her in person. Like she's finally going to come meet him in person she meets him in person. Okay. Sparks flying like crazy, right? They get together. She moves in with him. She's living with him. They get engaged. Now this is like all this time is going by. Finally, like his old basketball coach from like Germany was like still a mentor for him. It was still with him here in the States and stuff. I think his name's Dirk Geschwinder, he starts being like, nah. So they're about to get married and he gets a private investigator to start looking into her. And here we go. This private investigator starts looking into her. And within like a couple of months, sure enough, Dirk is coming home from playing in Chicago or something. And the yard is flooded with the feds, man. And they're picking her up. And they nail her. He was about to marry this broad. She had him tricked the whole time. And then finally the coach gets the private investigator and they, didn't happen. They ended up not getting married. She takes it further. She goes to jail, and in jail, she starts becoming, this is why it's crazy. I don't remember this. This became a big national thing. Like she's on all these like obscure news interviews on like CNN and stuff that she's pregnant. It's Dirk's baby. She's going to keep it. She's in jail. I mean, you close your mouth because, she put off the test as long as she could. And then finally she wouldn't take a pregnancy test in jail though. Refused it every time. Finally, Dirk's people and lawyers had to be like, force it on her through the court that she had to have a test. She wasn't pregnant. Shocker. She wasn't pregnant, So I don't know, man. She went to jail. They busted her ass. This whole thing was wild to me. Do you remember this at all?
I don't remember this at all.
Not a bit.
That is wild. And this was 2009. I mean, this was like at the height of his.
Yeah, this is like before they won the championship. This is like when he's like, he's one of the best players in the world at this point.
Emerging superstar
I mean?
at that point, or
they're going to all these events, like that picture that we put up earlier. He's out in public with her like crazy. Then
did you ever see that? Did you ever see that ESPN story? The what is it called? 30 for 30 that they did on the money side of sports. And there was this website that they used called Baller Alert Baller Alert, that these women would like get reports of if there was a basketball player or a football player at a nightclub, and they would
For
all
sure.
like run to it to like
Yep.
get the guy's money. You
Yep.
know, I feel like things have gotten better with that, but you think it wouldn't because the internet and everybody's so much more accessible. But I guess everybody's got their guards up, you know?
Yeah, well, these athletes are all younger now, and they all come from a generation where you're like, I'm not trying to go on a date. I'm just gonna sit in the room here. Get on your camera, I'll get on my camera, and then nobody gets pregnant.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, or they're just like, I'm gonna stay home and watch anime.
Yeah.
It's totally different than
Yeah.
when we grew up. But yeah, that's
It's so
crazy,
weird.
man. That's bonkers. That Dirk story, it's kind of nuts that was not pervasive. Who was the football player? Wasn't there a football player that got catfished like right before
Oh,
the draft?
Manti Te'o thing. That whole Manti Te'o thing, though, we should get into that one time. Like, I'm pretty familiar
Yeah.
with that. And I'm convinced to this day there's no way he had no idea about what was going on. There's no way. There's just no way. I think he was in on it because it became such a big media thing. And at the end of the day, when everybody started to expose the fact that the whole story was fake about his fiance, I think he had to be like, I got catfished. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
I'm
just-
curious because it's like the thing with Dirk kind of never didn't have legs past it because, you and I, we follow sports and we probably would have
Yeah.
heard about it if it had continued to be a big story. The thing with Manti Te'o took off, and it's almost that's how you know it's maybe not real because it explodes because nowadays it's like kids know how to affect kids know how to like game
manipulate
the algorithm, and they will make like controversy we talked about it with the guy who does all the looks maxing, the clavicular guy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's just creating controversy and buzz around whatever it is he's doing, and it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. I mean, Trump does that too. It doesn't matter.
They're Howard Stern.
Yeah. Howard Stern stops being Howard Stern so everybody else could do it. And it's like the reflecting pool. It's like, why is it blue? Like, why is it neon blue?
Get some money.
I guess like cost us $30 million in taxpayer money, but it's another controversy that keeps Trump in the news, and I guess being in the news is more important than what you're actually in the news for.
Well, it's what they want. It's the news they want you to keep away from.
Yeah.
They keep putting cake on the table because they don't want you to get to the caviar. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on here. That's what's happening here.
For sure. Yeah, man. I mean, what a bonkers week. Or do you have anything going on this weekend?
For me? Oh, come
Yeah.
on. You know what I'm doing, bro. I got to
Yard work.
fix some shit. I got to fix something. It's not yard work, something. I got to fix something. There's this old house, buddy. I should start recording that. That's what I should do.
Man. We're not going yet, but we are in the month-long process of planning a trip to Disneyland. And it's like, what are we going to do? Like, how do we deal with this? Like, we got we got a baby and we got a 3-year-old. So it's going to be, we're like we're prepping for that. We need some Trump oats to get us through it.
You need some Trump oats in a foil bag to get through that, buddy. That's going to be meltdown city, bro. You're going to go in the middle of summer.
Yeah. And for both of our birthdays, some friends are taking us to Disneyland. So we're going to go,
right.
We're going to do it. It's going to be good. I'm going to be optimistic.
Hey, do it, brother. Do it. Bring some snacks. Save some dough.
My trick. This is my trick. This is an old set trick. Like when I used to work on location a lot and you're doing like a 12 to 18 hour day, you bring a change of shoes. Halfway through the day, you change your shoes. It is like it's a complete game changer. Totally changes your day.
Okay.
Your feet feel fresh. Change your socks and your shoes halfway through the day, or wear sandals. Trust me, it changes
That's
everything.
a smart idea, bro. Honestly,
Changes
I thought you were
everything.
going to say some silly shit. That is a really good idea, man.
Like bath salts, just
Yeah, that's like, wow, man. I never even thought about that. And as soon as you said it, I was like, bro, that's genius, man. Halfway through the day, change your shoes. Bro, we got a hashtag change your shoes.
hashtag
This is
change
for
your shoes.
everybody. if you're listening to this show, if you're a nurse or you're a fireman or a cop on the beat, anybody that's out there doing these 10, 12-hour days, all you roofers out there working that long day this summer, bring 2 pair of boots. Change your boots
pair of boots and socks.
And new socks.
I learned it from an old grip. And if for people who don't work in television and film, grips are like, they got calloused hand. They're rough guys for the most part. The joke is like when you become a grip, they give you a pack of cigarettes and a drinking problem.
Rough
guys.
That's crazy, man. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna try it this weekend.
Hey, listen, guys, that's it for the brush up. Like and subscribe. Follow us on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts, and we're all over social media.
Yeah, man. Get on there and get brushed up, man. Dunbar, thanks again for brushing me up on a few things this weekend.
Okay, I'll see you next week. Yeah, you too.
Man, changing your shoes is brilliant.
Oh, yeah, dude. That is real. That will change your day.
And one shot. You have one shot, right? You just do like you have a shot of whiskey in the new shoes. You just one shot of whiskey
and you're good.
And then change your shoes.
And you're good.